Good morning. Kalimera. Wow, everyone's alive today. That's good. I want to get everyone pumped up for the festival. But before that, we have other things to business to take care of. First of all, I want to welcome our visitors today. If you're brand new to the Tampa area, this is not how we do the sermon every Sunday. There isn't handouts and visual aids. But if we would love to have you join our parish, and if you want to fill out one of the white connection cards in the pews in front of you, you can hand it to Lisa Alcina, who was right up here. Where'd Lisa go? And Skip Higdon, who is in the very back, and our ambassador, who is Calliope Chigueras, who I saw. There she is in the back. They'll be up here in the front to greet you as you leave and get you connected to our community. Today is also Getting Acquainted Sunday, so there's a lot going on next door. So while you're signing up for the festival and getting your raffle tickets and signing up to work and all that stuff, put on one of the name tags. Everyone's going to have one, and it's a great way to get to know the people of our parish. It's that one Sunday you don't have to awkwardly ask, who are you? Because everyone's going to have a name tag and we'll all know who each other is. So that is that. A couple of other announcements. As I mentioned this morning in the memorial service, Johnny Karras, who is the brother of Pauline Spencer, who sings in the choir, passed away this week. We're going to have a service for him tonight at 5 o'clock tonight at the McDonald Funeral Home on North Florida Avenue. Again, 5 o'clock to Sayong for Mr. Karras. Who here is a veteran? Who here has served in the military? Anyone served in the military? Oh, we have several. Wonderful. If you would please do me this favor on your way out of church, there's a little clipboard in the front there that says veterans on it. If you put your name on there, our Metropolitan wants to do something to honor the veterans. So if you just sign your name on there, we'll forward that to him as we've been asked to do by Veterans Day. I won't be thinking about this next week. So if those are veterans, just sign your name. I have your address and whatever, unless you're new here. But just sign your name on there and we'll forward that on. This Friday and Saturday, as we start our festival, we have Divine Liturgy. A couple of years ago, we decided to make over our festival and make it a little bit more Christ-centered. And so we're going to have Divine Liturgy this Friday, this Saturday, and of course next Sunday. We'll have all three of those Divine Liturgies at 9 o'clock in the morning. So they'll finish by 10:15, and we can go work the festival. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we'll have Divine Liturgy all 3 days. And as a bonus, because St. Nectarios Day falls on the 9th, we will have Divine Liturgy a week from Monday also. And that liturgy will be at 10 o'clock. So you have the extra hour to sleep. Now, we all set our clocks back today, so next week we have to set them ahead because the liturgy's at 9. I bet we all wish that day was next Sunday and not today. I know I do. But we'll have Divine Liturgy on the 9th. That's for St. Nectarios. And for those who have had cancer or have it or have someone in your family who has it, St. Nectarios is the patron saint of cancer patients. And so it's a great day to come and to pray for them. And also I have oil from St. Nectarios' tomb in Egina to anoint people with at that service. How many people were involved in trick-or-treating last night, either handing out candy or went with your children? How many people are glad that's over? Oh, much enthusiasm there. So I went out trick-or-treating with Nicholas last night. Usually I'm the one who stays home and passes out the candy, but we decided to reverse the roles this year. So I went out to trick-or-treating with Nicholas, and a couple of funny things happened that I put on Facebook. Of course, there's the usual demons and witches and hundreds of children who don't live in my neighborhood trick-or-treating, and so I finally, toward the end of our sojourn, we came upon a teenager, probably 15 years old, who was wearing a robe and a long beard and carrying a staff, and I was like, wow, something biblical in Halloween. So I went up to him and I said, "You must be Moses." And he said, "Who is that?" "I'm Gandalf, Lord of the Rings." We went to another house, and the gentleman said to Nicholas, "Take as much candy as you want." I said, "Is this like a test? Is it like the honor system?" I said, "Nicholas, just take one piece of candy." He goes, "No, I'm serious. Take as much candy as you want. I'm a Florida Gator fan. My wife said I have to stand out here until all the candy is gone. So just take it all so I can go back in and watch football." Then I went home and I turned a little bit of the Miami game on. Anyone a Miami fan? I'm not. But I wanted to see if they would beat Duke. And Duke had this miraculous last-second comeback. And with 6 seconds left, they took a 3-point lead, and I bet all of America shut the TV off. Except I didn't shut the TV off, because after 8 laterals and this just incredible run, Miami won by 3 points. Now, I don't care. I'm not a Miami or a Duke fan. But the lesson here, and I said that to the altar boys this morning, the lesson here is it's not over until it's over. Just like this life is not over until it's over. You have till the last second to get it right. But you know what happens when it's over? It's over. The referees reviewed the whole thing, and they said, yeah, that's right, it's over. You lost, you won. So like when it's all over for us, God's going to review, put on the headset with the angels, and at the end, he's going to say, you know what, you're in or you're out, and that's permanent. So when it's over, it's really over. But until it's over, it's not over. Right? So if we're not having a great life, just like some teams aren't having a great game, that's why you play till the last second. And for that team that lost, that's why you play till the last second. You don't say, gosh, what are the odds they're going to return the ball 95 yards on us? Don't do that. Play till the last second. Ask Michigan. Ask FSU. All right? Last second. It's not over till it's over. Now, on to the more serious things of the day. Today's epistle reading from Corinthians, how many people are familiar with that epistle reading? How many people ever read that epistle sort of off-season? How many people just don't wait to hear that in church? They read it off-season. Okay, that's one of the most important pieces of scripture that there is. And I'll tell you why. There's 2 reasons, all right? The first reason is, at the very beginning of the epistle reading, it says that everybody's got a different role in life. Not everybody's the same. That's a good thing. It says some are called to be apostles, and some teachers, and some preachers, and some this, and some that. It doesn't say there are some people who weren't called to anything. It doesn't say that. It says everybody was called to something. And all those some things, they are all important. So that's lesson 1 from the epistle. Just like in this coming festival, some people are going to be doing salads, and some people are going to be working at the bar, and some people will be dancing. John will be playing. We have many roles in the festival. Just like in life, in the church, and anything else, there are many different roles. And all the roles, there are important roles. Right? That's number 1. It's just sort of providential that this reading ends up the Sunday before the festival. But now, seriously, moving away from the festival for just a moment, because this is a very serious reading. The next part of the epistle talks about love. Talks about love. And what is the first thing it says about love? Love is what? Patient. Love is kind. Nowhere in there does it say love is easy. Does not say that. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love rejoices in the right, not in the wrong. Love sees the glass half full and not half empty. Right? Love endures all things. It hopes all things. And love never ends. All right? Now this is critically important for life, because you can't get through life without love. Otherwise you'd be an isolated, very sad person. Everyone in this community relates to someone else on some level. Everybody here has got a friend. Everybody here has got a co-worker. Many of us have our parents. Many of us have spouses. Many of us have children. All right, and the kind of relationship we're supposed to have with them is a loving relationship. Now, how many people ever yell at their children? How many people ever yell at their spouse? And admit it. Spouses are checking. How many people ever yell at their neighbors or their coworkers? All right, we all get upset with people. All right, but if we clung to that upsetness, if we gave everybody one chance and that was it, well then we'd all have nobody. Because there's nobody who didn't get mad at their kid or their spouse or their friend or their coworker or their mom and dad. Nobody. So if we gave everybody one chance, we'd all be isolated and alone. If we all gave everybody 100 chances, we'd all be isolated and alone. If we gave everybody 1,000 chances, we would be isolated and alone. Right? Because we mess up probably thousands upon thousands of times. And the only way that we still have anybody left to call a friend is that we have to be patient and kind. And that's what love does. And that's what God does for us. You could take the word love out of that passage and you could put God in there. God is patient. Thank God. I have sinned against him more times than I can count. God is patient. God is kind. God loves to see the right and not the wrong. God is not arrogant or puffed up. All right? God is on our side. God is patient and kind. We should be patient and kind. If you're not getting the kind of love you want in your marriage, with your children, with your parents, with anybody else, meditate on Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 13. Love is patient and love is kind. We need a lot more of that in the world. And I'm sorry that this reading does not come up in the regular Sunday circuit. It came up today because today is the feast of the unmercenary healers, Saints Cosmas and Damien, and so it's read on November the 1st, whatever day of the week it falls on, and it fell on Sunday this year. All right, so that's very important. Love is patient, love is kind, love is not easy, but love is fulfilling. When you are patient and you are kind and you are forgiving, then love is fulfilling. And that's the only way love can be fulfilling, is if you are patient and kind to one another. So now, let's move to the festival. We all know that the festival is this weekend. And we all know that the festival is the major fundraiser for our community. Let's be very candid with one another. We want people to come and have a good time. I want them to eat a lot of food. I want them to dance. But we want people to spend a lot of money. And in order for that to happen, we need lots of workers. All right, so if you haven't signed up to work yet, please sign up to work. And Alkis, our festival chairman and our president, will come and tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. And also, we want people to buy raffle tickets. If everyone here buys a couple raffle tickets, we can clear, $100,000 on the raffle. I'm sorry, $75,000 on the raffle. $25,000 prize, so $75,000 we walk away with if everybody buys the raffle tickets. All right. The next thing we have here is this covenant. Everybody got a copy of the covenant? All right, good. I signed my covenant, and I'm going to hand it to our president before we leave today. And the covenant is really important, because what the covenant says is that I'm going to put Christ first in this festival. Because like the epistle says, if I do all kinds of things, but I don't have love, then I'm nothing. And if we make all kinds of money, but we are not friends at the end of the weekend, we gain nothing. If we make all kinds of money at the festival, but we show a bad showing of orthodoxy, then we've gained nothing. We've gained $100,000 or whatever we're going to gain, but what good is that if the next Sunday the church is empty because we all don't like each other? All right? It goes nowhere. All right? So the first thing we have to do is we have to put Christ in the center of the festival. That's what this covenant says. This covenant says, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to see the good in people. All right? I will model Orthodox Christian behavior at all times. I'm representing St. John's and the Christian faith by volunteering at the festival. Well, Alkis, I don't know if I can sign that. Well, I guess I better sign that, because if I can't sign that, I probably shouldn't be coming to the festival. All right? I will work with my fellow volunteers in a spirit of collegiality and teamwork. Next year, we're going to change that. And we're going to put, love is patient, love is kind, and I will be that with my co-workers. All right? I will encourage my co-workers. All right? Like, rejoice in the right, not in the wrong. I will perform my tasks in a respectful and cheerful manner. If you have a hard time, if you have a hard time smiling at the festival, don't go cut onions, because they make you cry. All right? Go be around people that will make you laugh. I will sign up online for volunteer commitment hours. Alkis will deal with that. I will work where I'm designated. All right, that's really important. If I come there and I say, I came here to, park cars. And someone says, Father, do you cry easily? And I say, no, I don't. And they say, you're one of the only people here who doesn't cry easily. Please go into the kitchen and cut onions. All right? And that's what's needed. Well, then that's what I have to do. Right? Again, we're one body, many different parts. Some people are going to be parking. Some people are going to be working in the food line. Some people are going to be taking tickets. We need all those people. I will speak positively to our co-workers and the guests of the festival. All right? Now, every year, we get better at this. Years ago, at the festival, my role used to be the trauma tent. All right? And I haven't had to work in the trauma tent for a couple of years. The trauma tent was the parishioners who were traumatized by other parishioners. Like, for instance, I'd go and be scooping rice, and I'd say, I'm scooping rice, and someone says, Father, that's not how we scoop the rice. And I say, wait a minute, I'm 40-something years old, I got a master's degree, I'm married for 20 years with a child, and you're yelling at me that I don't know how to put rice on a plate? And they said, that's right. It doesn't matter who you think you are. You don't know how to put rice on a plate. All right? And then I would have to counsel people because they would come and they'd be like, I'm successful, Father, but I feel awful. I feel traumatized because I got yelled at for scooping rice wrong. All right? Now, the last couple of years, we've managed to eliminate the rice unpleasantries. All right? So, unpleasantness. So, we don't want to be doing that. And when someone comes to the festival, we don't want to say to them, welcome to the festival, but they can't scoop rice. You don't want to put anybody else down. You want to put the most positive face on our parents. Welcome to the festival. This rice is the best rice you've ever eaten. Scooped by the best person who ever scooped rice. So we are glad that you are here. I will refrain from using inappropriate language. All right, now, how many people are smart people? Raise your hand if you're smart. How many people are smart? How many people are not smart? Raise your hand if you're not smart. Oh my, we have a couple of not smart people. Okay, there's like, I don't know how many million words in the English language, but probably 20 of them are offensive. I don't know how many words there are in the Greek language, there's probably 20 of those that are offensive. So for most of us are smart people, we can avoid those words. So we don't need any foul language. If I choose to drink alcohol, I will do it responsibly, not irresponsibly. All right? Responsible alcohol use, and encourage others to do so. I'm going to pay for all the food and drink I consume. Where's Calliope at? Are you cashiering? All right. So when I come to the line, you will say, Father, your order total is X. Where's the credit card? Exclamation square. All right. You have the square. You put the credit card on there. All right. Everyone pays for the food. Even Father pays for the food. Environmentally friendly. If you want to bring, we have water that we provide at no cost for you, of course. But if you can bring your own water, that is even better. And then we're going to park in designated volunteer parking areas that Alcus will talk about. And I'm going to smile and have fun. All right, this is fun. This is fun. When the weekend is over, we should be laughing. Thank God we had a wonderful time. This is a wonderful time. It's an unusual time in our community. When else will you have a chance to stand next to someone and scoop rice, for example, or sell baklava? Who wants to sell a raffle ticket or be in the kids area? When else do we have a chance to do that? The whole year comes, it's just one special weekend of the year. So we should take opportunity and take advantage of the opportunity to get to know one another better. All right, so remember, love is patient, love is kind, and do that. And you should affirm that on a daily basis. Love is patient, love is kind. Affirm that in your marriages, affirm that with your children, affirm that with your parents, your co-workers, and affirm that ourselves as we do our festival. We are patient, we are kind, we are going to show the best we can of our community. The best food, but most importantly, the best attitude, and we're going to show everybody that Christ is in the center of us. You know that Protestant song that says, they will know that we are Christians by our? They'll know that we are Christians by our? Right, our love, not our gyros and our baklava. They will know that we are Greeks by our gyros and our baklava, but they will know that we are Greek Orthodox Christians by our love. So let us do that next week. And so now, I'm pumped up. Who else is pumped up here? You all ready to go and do it? All right. Alcus is going to come over here and take the baton.
Thank you, Father. Can we get the rest of the festival committee to come up, and maybe we do a prayer and symbolically bless the t-shirt. I have a big secret to share with you about the t-shirt today. You can unfold it, yes. Come on up, everybody. Yeah, whatever you want. Let's do the end? Okay, we'll do this in the end. All right. So, what do you think is the big secret I have to share with you about the t-shirt today? We're going to bless this t-shirt in a second, okay? And everybody will be wearing one. What does OPA stand for? Orthodox Power Armor. When we wear this t-shirt this weekend, next weekend, we're going to be Orthodox Power Armor. That's going to be our Superman cape, okay? We're going to have the best festival ever. So, all right. So, I get so amazed every generosity, the collaboration, the hard work that takes place among so many parishioners is just awesome to see, and we're not even there yet. So please give yourself a big round of applause for an awesome job leading up to the festival. You guys are all awesome, so thank you. Father has already gone over the covenant, so I have just a few things to share with you so we can get everybody over to whatever else is next on this beautiful Sunday. I want to talk a little bit about the staffing. Father mentioned about volunteering your time. A lot of you I know are going to be there next Sunday. You not being signed up online makes us really nervous. Please don't make us nervous and sign up online today or next door when you go to get your t-shirt. We have forms if you haven't done it yet. And you don't have to even put a place where you want to volunteer. Just leave it open, and we'll move you around, okay? And that goes back to, even if you did put a spot and you want to be at a certain booth, there may come a time that we need to just move people around because we got to look at the festival as the entire enterprise and a whole pizza pie, not just one slice, and we all have to win, and we have to win together. So, next item is, and we have, I'll tell you right now, parking, admissions, what else? Parking and admissions are the key areas that we need to beef up. So, next item, if you are needing a booth, please give us any requests that you may have by Tuesday. If you're missing something, whether it's staffing, ingredients, equipment, anything you need, please don't wait till last minute. We'd love to know anything by Tuesday, end of day. If you bring something in for the silent auction, please bring it to the office by Tuesday. The raffle. Today's the day that we all are going to be turning in our tickets and our proceeds, so please do that next door. That can be a long way to, again, not being nervous about next weekend. What if it rains? Hold on. All right. Okay. That's right. T-shirts are next door. They're available. We have a new design. You guys like the new design? Yes. And back. Yes. Very nice. And notice this year, it doesn't have a year. Maybe we can wear it again next year and save a little money for our church. So please take good care of it. We have at least one for everybody. If you need a second one, we kindly ask for maybe a small donation or just stick with one, okay? That way everybody gets one. Yeah. There's a tablet and square training at 1 o'clock today. So go next door, have your coffee. If anybody's concerned about how to operate these little tablets, at 1 o'clock we're going to have a training session. And we still need some help for Monday. We're laying the floor down in the gym on Monday. We have 2 or 3 people already that signed up for it. We need at least 5, so we're not there all day. So please, if you're available Monday, let us know and come out and help us out. I want to talk a little bit about that other sheet of paper that you have in front of you, and that has a couple of maps on it. One is the map of our campus and where everything is going to be, and on the flip side of it is a parking map. One of the areas that we have a problem every year, and it's a problem for our guests, because we're already here early on, is that we take, how many of us, if we take half the parking here, then our guests cannot park here. So we want to make it as easy as possible for our guests to have a good time, including finding parking. So with that in mind, we have been able to get a couple of facilities nearby to donate their parking lot to us so we can park there. And I want you to take a good look at this map. As a matter of fact, I would argue that it's even closer than if you park behind the field here. The Tampa General Rehab Center, which is literally 1 block across the street, we have their parking lot Saturday and Sunday. So there's about 70 parking spots there. Please, if you're a volunteer, park there, not in the back. Okay? And if you have a handicap sign, or if you're an elderly that you can't walk the extra block, across the street at Regions, we have that parking lot too, Saturday and Sunday, and that's going to be blocked off only for our volunteer, handicap, and elderly. Okay? So all the parking here is strictly for our guests. When you come to work your shift or shifts for the festival weekend, please check in. One of the new things that we're doing this year, and Theo's going to be heading admissions, we want to keep track of how many people came, so everybody's going to have little wristbands. Our guests will have wristbands. And if our volunteers don't have wristbands, then we don't know if people came in and they haven't paid or they haven't gotten checked in. So if you're a volunteer, ensure you go to the volunteer check-in booth, which as of right now, if you see on the other map, is under the vendor tent on that main entrance. And please make sure you check in with Sandy, and we'll get you your name tag, and we'll get you a blue wristband to match your Orthodox Powered Armor t-shirt, and you'll be all color coordinated. Okay? This is a festival committee, an amazing team to work with. I've got to tell you guys, I love working with you every year. Did I forget anything? Anything you want to add? Yeah, after today, we have, if you can stay, we have a few things that we're going to do to just get ahead of the game with like stocking chairs and putting them by the bathroom. So if anybody after coffee, 1:30, 2 o'clock, you're around and you can give us a hand, we'd appreciate that.
I'm working from the church this week, starting from tomorrow for the entire week, so I'll be on site for anybody, any of the area heads that need anything. I'll be here for deliveries, for anything else you need. Also, we are going to be laying the floor tomorrow, so anybody that is going to be moving things around will be able to place everything on the floor by Tuesday. There's going to be a lot of stuff here. There's going to be a lot of people here. The school has a lot more people this year, a lot more kids enrolled, so that's going to be a little bit of a challenge this week as the tents start going up. So please have patience if you have an area, and if you see anything that you think needs to be addressed, this goes for everybody, tell us, okay? Don't mumble about yourself and complain about it. Tell us. We're going to take care of it. During the festival, if you see something happening, we're all going to have walkie-talkies. If there's a problem or anything else, please, every booth is going to have a walkie-talkie. So the key to this very massive event is communication and making sure that things are communicated quickly. A couple of things that are going to be different this year than last year. Not much is going to be different, but we have hired an outside service to do the kids area for the jumpy houses and the rides and things like that. We're still going to be operating the other activities for the kids, but there's going to be people on site here from that company operating those rides. So just to make you aware of that. The other thing is, last year we did an experiment with a DJ after hours or after, from 9 o'clock till closing. That didn't work out too well, so John's going to be going back out again in the evening, sometime after 9 o'clock, Friday and Saturday nights to play outside. So those are the two key differences from last year. Everything else is going to be, the layout and everything else is going to be just about the same. And again, if you have any questions, come see us. Oh, and the silent auction too. That's going to be a new thing that we're adding to, hopefully, as a start for something that's going to be even bigger next year.
Thank you, Mike. Father? Yeah. Theo is not here yet. mercy on us, O God, according to your great love. We pray to you, hear us and have mercy. Again, we pray for mercy, life, peace, health, salvation, protection, upon the remission of the sins of the servants of God, all devout and Orthodox Christians living and residing in our community and city, for the members, council members, trustees, and benefactors of our holy church, those of their offerings, those who serve and those who sing in it, and those who are here awaiting the great and rich mercy that comes from you. Again, we pray for mercy, life, peace, health, and salvation for you, the servants of God, with the Agnes and Andrew, Dan, Catherine, and Theo, Sandra, Theo, and all those who are working with them for their help and salvation. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we ask your blessing on our festival that is going to begin this weekend. We ask first and foremost that you descend upon us to give us a spirit of love, a spirit of patience, a spirit of kindness with one another, that we may show your gospel through the work that we're about to do. Allow us to use this time as a time of fellowship and community building in our congregation, and as a time to showcase our faith and our love and our witness for you to those who will patronize our festival. Bless everyone who's going to work at the festival. Bless all those who will come and patronize our festival. Bless us with strength as we run this final leg, this week of preparation, and grant us a wonderful and rewarding and glorious weekend where we grow one another as a community and we grow and glorify your holy name. For the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, now and forever, unto the ages of ages. Amen. God bless you, and God be with us. These covenant forms, I'm giving mine to our president. I signed it. Please, I'll just put that in the box over there. And everybody else, when you bring, after you get your adidron, please put your signed covenant in the box there. Every morning of the festival, when I'm celebrating the liturgy, I'm going to pray for everybody there. And I look forward to a wonderful and glorious week. God bless you.